Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lone Vic, and today we are talking about solo plays of trekking through history. So this video will tell you about the differences in the setup for the solo game, and also I'll be doing my own solo playthrough, so you'll be able to see how I do against the solo opponent. If you want to see how the game plays and all the rules for a multiplayer game together with the whole setup, there is another video on my channel separately only for this. And right now let's take a look how to set up the game for a solo game. If you like the video, click the like button, hit the subscribe and ring the notification bell to support my channel and what I'm doing here. You can leave questions or any comments in the comment section. And right now, the setup. So as you can see, I have the setup very similar to a multiplayer game if you're already familiar with this. So I've got the board, I've got the deck with the Roman numeral number 1 displayed over here. You only place 3 ancestor cards instead of 6 for a solo game. I've got my victory point marker and also a yellow one for the solo player. I've got 2 watches with mine starting on top because in a solo game you are starting first. I've got all the resources. I've got 3 time warp cards because I'll be playing with the add-on. The decks number 2 and number 3. I've got my itinerary and 3 more already drawn. I'm starting the game with 1 crystal. So everything is as usual. The only change right now is also that you take this long itinerary sheet for the solo play and place it for the solo player, for the automated player. And this sheet has 2 sides, easy and medium, and there is 1 more side for hard and extreme. And I'm taking the easy one just to show you the game right now. And the medium, hard, and extreme sheets might have some additional rules below that you will have to adhere that will be modifying the gameplay. And that's basically the whole setup. So the only differences is the itinerary sheet for the solo player and 3 ancestor cards over here. The rest you're setting up as if you were playing a 2-player game. So now let's talk about what happens during the game when it comes to the solo mode. So during the game you are doing your turns normally and you're advancing the watch normally, and when it's the solo player's turn, the solo player will collect the lowest card in the chronology that fits to his track, that fits to the stack that he's creating, and move the watch obviously along. The solo player will collect all of the rewards on the card and on the board, so the additional rewards, place them over here, and it will be collecting the rewards that are printed. So wild tokens, points, and other stuff. Sometimes it will take a crystal from you because of filling out this space, and it will be continuing. If the solo player cannot take a card because the track that he has is higher than in chronology than all of the cards able, then the solo player closes the track and starts a new one in the turn. So similarly to a normal game. And at the end of the round, you don't clean up the itinerary of the solo player, but you continue this one throughout the whole game. And after that, you calculate the points as usual as well. So the solo player will calculate the points that it gets on the itinerary plus all of the stacks. The solo player only collects crystals for getting additional victory points. The solo player doesn't spend the crystals during the game, and who gets the most points basically wins. So let's try this out. This is my first solo attempt, so if I do very badly, don't have it against me, don't hold it against me, but I will start with 347 BCE. Imagine a cave of shadows with Plato. So I will get a green and red resource token and move with 2 spaces. So the green one and the red one goes here. And this is my round. I will advance everything here, and the solo player will be collecting this card, 41 BCE, because he always takes the earliest one for 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will get green, red, and 2 crystals. So the red one goes here, the green one goes here, and the 2 crystals I will be collecting over here. And thus we advance. And I totally forgot to place a warp card, so let's see. When you take an ancestor card, also discard 1 history card in the departures row and gain 2 points. That's the passive ability for the first round. Interesting. Okay, so I've got 347 BCE. I need a few yellows over here, and I also would need... Okay, I will take this one for 5, but I will pay 1 to take it for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will go into 1110. And this is 2 yellows, 1 blue, and 1 crystal. So I got 2 yellows over here, 1, 2, which gives me a crystal. By covering this space, I get 1 crystal from the card, and I also get a blue token. Okay. I move everything here and we advance. And now the solo player will take the lowest card, which is this 900 one, and this 900 one will move him 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the solo player will get 2 greens, thus placing them here, will get 1 blue, which will go here, and 1 crystal, which will be added to the solo player's collection. And that's it. We're moving along in history. So I watched Emperor Song's grand fireworks, and now it would be great to grab a yellow and a green. Is there a possibility like that? Of course there is. I've got this fire and medieval trebuchet, but I'm a long time behind the yellow player. So I'm going into 1230 to fire a medieval trebuchet, and I will pay 2 crystals to lower this cost to 1. And this will get me a green and a yellow token, which gives me 10 victory points. And then we will move everything, and it's still my turn. And since it's still my turn, I will grab myself this card for 4 points, and for 4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4 time, and this will allow me to get a green token, a blue token, a yellow token that gives me 4 victory points, and a crystal for the last move. Okay, and now I'm advancing everything, and I'm taking a look at what the solo player will do. So something closest to 900, which is above, it's 1150, and this is 3. 1, 2, 3. So the solo player gets a punctuality bonus, and they get a blue and yellow token. So the yellow token goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points, and the blue token goes here. Okay, we're moving along. So I've got the last move to do in this round. And is there a possibility to collect something more over here? Now, I won't get the punctuality bonus because it doesn't pay off, because I would need to reduce the number to 1, and those 2 don't really give me anything too much. So I'm going to forfeit the punctuality bonus, but I think I am going to continue with grabbing this card, and this is for 4, so I'm moving only 1. So punctuality bonuses aside, I'm getting a crystal, I'm getting a wild token, and I'm getting a green and red. So the red goes here, the green goes here for 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points, and well, the wild token will go here, for example, but that doesn't really change anything right now. And now the round is over. So I'm discarding the time warp card, I'm taking in a new one, and it's another passive. All history cards cost 1 less hour, but not less than 1, but they don't award the additional benefits. I'm collecting the first deck and setting it aside. I'm taking the second deck, shuffling it a bit, and displaying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6th one. And I'm also cleaning up my itinerary, as you can see, and I will select a new card. I've got 2 crystals left over from the previous round, and I have a pretty good trek going on. So this itinerary card of mine is out, and I have 3 to choose from, and I think I'm going to try and go with this one right now. Okay, so I'm the first player, and all the cards cost 1 less, but not less than 1. So this is pretty good, and this is 1519. So I will grab this one, and this costs 5, so it costs 4 right now, and I will reduce this number to 2 basically. And I will grab this track, and this is 1776. I will collapse it a bit so that you can see the last card over here. So see the Declaration of Independence signed, and this will give me a blue token. It will give me 1 more blue token. It will give me also a green token, and I will get a crystal back from this. Sorry, I'm getting only 1 blue token because of the passive effect of the time warp, so I'm not counting those. So this is what I'm getting right now. Okay, and now it's time for the solo player, and the solo player has 1150, and the lowest possible is 1951 right now for 1 hour and 1 red token. So the red token provides a wild for the solo player, and the wild is placed on the highest one from the right, so over here always. Okay, so we're moving this along, and it will still be the solo player's turn, and the solo player right now has 1960 to take, and this 1960 provides him again with a red, and the red goes here, and this means that I lose 1 crystal. Okay, so we're moving this along, and this was 1 as well for the solo player, so it's the solo player again. And since they can't take anything from here, they collapse this track of theirs. I'll place it over here on the side, and then they take the lowest uncovered card, which is 520 BCE. This is also for 1 because all cards are lower, and only a red token can be added because no additional rewards. And we're moving on. Okay, so I right now will have to collapse my track as well because, well, there is nothing higher than 1776, and I can either take this to grab only the blue for 2 and start very, very low, or I can take something from here. If I don't grab this one right now, the solo player will. I will grab this one for 3, so it's 1, 2, 3. I will start my track with this, and I'm getting a blue, a yellow, and the wild token will also be a yellow one for me, which will provide me with a crystal. And that's it. Okay, we'll move up all of those, and now the solo player has to grab the 377 BCE for 2, 1, 2, and they get red and yellow, so that's yellow and that's red, which gives the solo player 2 points. And now it's the solo player's turn again, and the solo player has to take something later than 377, so this is this card for 1 because the times are reduced, and a blue token, which gives the solo player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. Everything moves ahead. So I basically have a choice between these 2. I will take this one for 3, 2 time, and this will give me 2 reds, so 1, 2, and it will also give me a green. Okay, so we're moving ahead, and I moved 1, 2. Can't forget to move that clock token, and now the solo player gets this card, which moves him by 1 only and gains him a yellow token, which gives him 2 victory points. Everything moves ahead, and it's the solo player's turn again. Let me collapse this a bit. So the earliest that the solo player can grab is 1640 for 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that gives him a red and a wild, which fills in the first earliest space from the right, giving the solo player 2 victory points. Okay, I can't make it a very long trek, I think, but I will grab this for 2, so I will go 1, 2 ahead, and I will get a crystal, and I will get a red token that will give me 2 victory points, and then everything will move ahead, and I'm able to grab another card right now, and this will be this one for 1. So I'm ahead of the yellow player, and I'm getting 1 blue, which provides me 1 crystal. And everything moves along, and I'm still ahead of the yellow player, and I will get this card for 1, which will provide me with a wild token, which I will place over here, and this one moves me by 1, and I'm moving ahead with everything over here, and it's now the automated player's turn, and the card next after 1640 is this one for 2 movement for them, so they get the punctuality bonus, and they get a red and a yellow token. So the red token gives the player 2 and the yellow token gives them nothing yet. All right, and now I have 1 move to make, and let it be a good one. I could grab me a ancestor, which would give me a wild token for those 13 points, and I could lose those 2 crystals to get the punctuality bonus of 3. Or I could go ahead and grab this and also get the punctuality bonus and get me a yellow token and a green token for a lot more points, but I would have to collapse the trek, and I will do that. I will collapse the trek right now. I will grab this card for 3, 2, 1. That gives me 1, 2, 3 of a punctuality bonus, and I'm getting a yellow and a green token. So the green token gives me 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the yellow token gives me 13. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13 points. And that's it. We are cleaning up the second deck of cards right now. The solo player is at 1835. I'm at 3500 BCE. And this card is gone, and the last warp is also a passive. When you take a card with a printed hour cost of 4 or more, you gain 3 victory points, which sounds quite okay. Let's shuffle these a bit. Let's distribute a lot of very late cards, so this 3500 BCE doesn't really help me with anything right now. Let's clean up my itinerary, because I've got the last one to select and start collecting right now. So I will discard this, and let's take a look at these 2. Okay, this has very early points, so I will basically grab this one as my last one. And I am the first player to move. No crystals, unfortunately, but a pretty big advantage on the track. So what's the earliest right now? 1909 is the earliest, and it gives me quite a lot. I will take this for 3 time. 1, 2, 3. And this gives me green, red, and yellow because the passive is already gone. So I'm getting everything from the rewards. All right. And this moves us along. And now it's the automated player, and they have to get something that's earliest, and the earliest will be 1911, and this is also 3, so it's 1, 2, 3 of time, and they get 2 reds and 1 yellow. So that's 1 red, which will get them the wild token. The second red is 1, 2, 3 victory points, and 1 yellow is here. And I took the wild token and I'm saving it for later, because the rule is that you place the wild token for the solo player only after all the other tokens have been distributed. And the wild token goes to the topmost right empty space, which is over there, for 2 points. Okay, so now it's the solo player's turn yet again. And now the year that's the earliest one is 1942, if I'm not mistaken. So that's for 3 time again, 1, 2, 3, and that's green, red, and a crystal. So it's crystal, and that's a green, which would make me lose a crystal, but I don't have any, and it's a red token over here. Okay, let's move this along. And let's see what I can collect right now. 1909. So 1947 would give me a wild token and 2 crystals, and also 3 victory points. 1969 would get me 2 greens, but I only need 1 more green, so that's not really anything that I need too much. The red and green. Okay, I will start with this. So 1977 for 1 movement, and this will give me a yellow and a red token. So the red token goes here and the yellow token goes here. Everything will advance, and now I will take this card, which is 1989, just to continue the trek. And I don't have any crystals, so it costs me 2, but it gives me a yellow and a green. So a yellow one goes here, the green one goes here. That's 7 points for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm moving ahead. And it's still my turn. And after 1989, I have nothing over here. So I could either grab me a wild token or collapse. So either a ancestor or collapse this. And I will collapse right now. So that's my 3rd stack collapsed, and I will definitely grab right now a very early card for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which will provide me with 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3, and it will give me a red, it will give me a blue, it will give me a crystal, and it will give me a yellow. That's wasted because I have no more room for yellows. Okay, so now it's the solo player's turn. 1942 means that 1947 is the next card for them, and that's for 4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this gives them 2 crystals and a wild token, which will be placed here, which provides them with another wild token, which is placed here, which gives them a crystal. Now that's a combo. Okay, I think it will be a very tight thing to win this. I'm not sure I can, but let's see. So 1947, 1959 is the next one, and it's for 2. So the automated player 1, 2, 3 finishes this with a red and a yellow token. So the red and the yellow token, a yellow gives them 2 points and the red gives them 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Okay, and that's it for the automated player. So I'll calculate their score right now and see what I'm up against. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in this stack. So that's 30 points. So that's 1, 2, 30. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this. So that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the score I need to beat right now. And I've got 1 or 2 moves left in me only. Now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 10 points over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 7 points. So that would get me here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points, so that would get me here. So I'm 10 points shy right now from winning this game. Okay, I guess the best thing that I can do at this point is to get the 2 blues. And this will get me 3, but I will reduce this 3 and I will buy it for 2, which will get me the punctuality bonus of 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is a card that's later in chronology, and I get 2 blue tokens. So 1 blue token will get me a crystal, and the other blue token will get me 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it for the game for me. So I've got a stack of 2 cards, which gets me 0 points. I've got a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, which gets me 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gives me 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I've got a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, which gets me 10 points. So that's 83, and that's a draw. But I have 1 crystal left, which gets me 84 points. So on easy mode, guys, first playthrough ever in this game, solo and on easy mode, I managed to edge my way by 1 point against the solo player. Now, if you've noticed in this video that I made a mistake somewhere when playing the game or something, hopefully not on the benefit of the solo player, let me know. But whew, that was a very close and tight victory, ladies and gentlemen. If you watched this video until the end, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon in another of my videos. Let me know in the comments if you like the game or if you have it or if you're still waiting for it. And this was Trekking Through History, the solo playthrough and the solo rules explanation. My name was Lone Vic. Click the like button, hit the subscribe and ring the notification bell if you want to support what I'm doing here on my channel. And thanks once again for watching. Have a very great day and bye-bye.